Wait a minute. If P. Diddy, at the time, you're certainly probably making tons of money. And
is it a certainty?
I'm sure you're either getting laid or being the layist. Yeah. What is it when
the lay-e or the lay-or?
Lay-e or lay-or. So you're not going to
You're getting fucked.
Yeah, you're not going to kick a dog when they're down. If I'm getting paid by my boss, I am certainly not going to rat him out. But later on, as we all know, because we've seen it all, right?
When the ship breaks bad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're seeing all this stuff about things that happened 30 years ago when everybody's breaking bad on somebody. You know, I never liked playing basketball with this guy.
Yeah.
When I was acting with this person, it was the worst thing that ever happened to me, and all this bullshit. So now they're just kind of revisionist history. So now you're in the perfect spot, right? And you're just like P. Diddy. Did you like him? No. You made tons of money. You know what? That was bad money, man.
Yeah, now they have nothing to lose.
Right.
Before they had something to lose. They thought they had all the gain. Kiss his ass, work for him. They made all these promises, right? Everyone's saying, man, you work for P. Diddy, you're going to get this right. You're going to do. It's been nothing but promises, and they turn out to be empty promises.
No, I'm
probably
sure that
decent money.
I'm sure they got really. I mean, listen, with all the stuff that went on, I'm sure every once in a while, and I don't know if there was threats or whatever, money paid off, but at some point you had to say, "Oh, P, I mean, man, that one."
Did you call him P, or would you call him like Diddley Squat, Mr. Diddy?
Diddley Squat. That'd be the last thing you say. But
Mr. Diddy,
yeah.
Puffy,
Puffy,
Puffy Diddley, whatever you say at some point you're like, man, last night that was. I don't know what to do right now because that was too much.
Yeah.
I think I might have to quit. And he's just like, well, I got to break in a new guy who's going to lube me up and then video just me banging this dude and all this stuff. I don't want to retrain you. How about $10,000?
At least he was an opportunity offender.
Call me Sean.
Sean.
Oh, that's right. That's his name, Sean.
Yeah.
You know what his new name is? Inmate 437596. But I'm presuming he's guilty. I don't want to presume that. He's presumed innocent until all the videos come out.
Well, he's an inmate.
I don't know.
No, he's just in jail. He's being held for trial. He's actually hasn't been convicted of anything.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything
except the court of public opinion.
No. I don't know what's true or what's not true. Have you guys?
I have no idea.
Have you guys seen this thing with Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively?
I just read that the other day. That was a weird.
Okay, so the only reason I know this is because my family and Jackie's family.
Who are they?
So he's an actor. He's kind of like a B-list actor.
Yeah,
he was in
Lively.
some CW stuff. And Blake Lively
She's married to Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they were doing a movie, and I have no idea if any of this is true or not true. But she didn't like hanging out with him. Okay, she didn't like.
No, they were making a movie together.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she didn't like any of the stuff, and I guess he's the director, and so he added like sex all allegedly, but added sex scenes and all these different things that
With
he
her.
knew, that he knew were going to get cut.
So he was directing and in it with her.
Yeah.
He was starring and directing.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he was doing all this stuff, and she kind of got a little fed up.
Yeah.
With all the stuff, like some of the stuff she says happened, like the guys would talk about their dicks in front of her. And she was just like, "Can you just not do that?"
Here's my only question. So I probably read the same story you did, and at the end, I just thought to myself, she went through a lot of this stuff, and at no point did she quit or say, you know what, I'm done with this. Or I noticed how she just said we need to modify things. We have to schedule a meeting, but at no point did she say, "Hey, I'm out of here."
So wait, what's your point?
I'm out of here.
What's your point?
If she was in such a dangerous situation as she was kind of alluding to, wouldn't she just quit the movie?
I don't think that's an
but
option.
what's your point though?
So
That
she's
is
in
the
the
point.
wrong. So it's not
No,
true
no,
because she
no.
didn't walk out.
But I'm saying that seems like a logical answer if you're like that uncomfortable. And like I said, I don't know what's true and what's not true. I mean, there might be some validity on both sides. But I know that Justin Baldoni, he's suing the New York Times now for $250 million for alleged defamation because they
listed what she said.
Like the text and then
Here's what you have a habit of doing, Ted. Hindsight, you'll go back and say, "Oh, so this was all happening and they said nothing," and then I'm like, well, what does that mean?
I mean, she did say something. She went to HR and she said, "Listen, I want to do this."
Yeah.
By the way, if she dumps out of a movie, if she quits, I think she's completely screwed. I mean, she would owe tons of money
because right now her reputation's stellar.
No, she would owe tons.
Yeah,
of
I guess,
money.
but I guess there's contracts and everything. But my point is, I guess if
there's
you're
contracts and everything.
But contracts can be broken if there's like extreme duress, right? If you're like my life's being threatened.
It wasn't extreme. It was just like So she
sexual
this
harassment.
Is what she says. Stop here. Stop talking about your dick. Okay. I guess he was showing.
I was talking about his dick.
He was showing her. He was showing her videos of him and his wife having sex.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. He was walking in when he wasn't supposed to walk in. Just things like that. That's what she said.
Walking to her trailer supposedly while she was indisposed,
and doing doing some different things and kind of being kind of being that way.
It's like a hostile work environment.
So you're not saying it's not true.
I don't know what's true and what's not, but let's assume it is true. And I'm just saying we don't know what's true and what's not true. But assuming there's some validity to it, at some point, wouldn't she just say, it's not like she needs the money, right? It's not like she's broke. Right? She's married to Ryan Reynolds, who made Wolverine and Deadpool. It's not like, she's going to be going to the soup kitchen, right? Or the food pantry.
But, I mean, if she walks out of the movie, she's probably never going to work again.
But if something like that happens.
But under those circumstances, she didn't leave
I don't
because
think that makes a difference.
She didn't leave because she didn't like her hairstylist or the key grip or the best boy. She would quit because she's under extreme sexual harassment.
This was. I feel like this was fixable. Just if let's just say that everything she says about him is true. Okay. Then all he's got to do is just like, listen, I just want to make this movie. I'm not going to do extra sex scenes. I'm not going to do any of this bullshit. Stop showing me pictures of your dick. Stop talking about your dick. Stop showing me sex videos. Just make a goddamn movie and leave me the fuck alone. That's fixable. There, it's done. So she doesn't have to quit. She can just say, stop being a dick. Right?
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah. Stop being a dick and talking about it.
But I'm just saying, if that happened in the real world, like at an actual company, there'd be serious consequences. So let's just say some guy started showing dick pics in the office, right? There wouldn't be like a second chance, or just let's just fix it. Like he'd be probably terminated, right?
But this happened how long ago?
Like recently, right? This is recent.
I mean, all of this happened when they were making the movie that's out now.
I want to see the movie.
So she first of all, she did it all on the sly.
Oh, okay.
And then the publicity, there's a ton of leaks, right? Of course, as soon as that happened. So everything got leaked.
Yeah.
Everything got leaked. What she did.
I'm sure
it
was an accidental leak. It's like a sex tape being leaked. Oh, the sex tape got out. We didn't mean for it to happen. Of course you didn't.
I don't, why would she want all this hassle?
Didn't she tell her husband?
Well, of course she told her husband.
I guess they had a meeting.
Yeah, they had a meeting.
As it was happening?
So I guess this is alleged, everything. Yeah. But allegedly, and there were a bunch of people in the meeting. People were Sony, who were making the movie, and Baldoni and Ryan Reynolds were in there. And he went off. And he actually went to his agent, who was also Baldoni's agent, and he said, fuck this guy right now. He goes, I'm out, or you drop his ass right now. So, I mean, that seems like, if nothing is happening, that seems like a very weird reaction.
Yeah, so there was some...
There's some
response
as
it was happening. It wasn't like...
I mean, it seems like... And again, I don't know her motivation for making all this stuff up. I mean, the movie's got...
I'm not suggesting she made up anything.
It's not a movie anybody's going to... I mean, it's...
Well, now they will, because it's almost like...
I don't think so.
Because it's like that mystique around it now, because obviously there's a lot of tension between these two
I read what the movie's about. I know I will.
What is the movie about?
It's some kind of bullshit.
Oh, it's not cutting.
Sad.
Nothing cutting edge.
It's not. It's slight. It's not even near an edge. Yeah, it's cutting nothing.
Sounds like there's a lot of edging involved. If you know what I mean.
Blunt force trauma. Yeah, the woman who wrote the book. She's got a definite theme to her. Yeah,
like a Hallmark. Is it like a Hallmark type?
He
movie?
liked her, but she was interested in his hot body and all that kind of shit.
Like a Hallmark movie.
I mean, more intense than that, because there's some sex scenes.
Well, apparently there weren't enough, according to some people.
Listen to me. While we're walking through the mall, what if we just started banging? But that's not even part of it's not even in the book. No, what if we did?
We're just improvising.
Let's get that
but
going.
here's what drives me nuts about stories like this: when it's such over-the-top behavior by one person and another person telling about what happened, like in this case, and then everybody says, like kind of what you're responding to, Ted, and I do it myself too, and I'm not excluding myself. We all do it. We said, well, if that was going on, and why didn't you do this, or why didn't you do that, or what? That just seems so crazy. Why didn't you just tell them, stop, don't do this, don't blah, 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 blah. It always seems easier, hindsight, like after the fact, right? And who knows what was going on at the time, right. But it doesn't necessarily mean any of this is untrue.
No, I'm not saying it all could be true. We're just saying that it just seems pretty crazy that this guy would risk his career by doing something as obvious like here's like a dick pic
but
it seems like a world
I'll just say this,
like
Harvey Weinstein and Bill Cosby.
It seems crazy talking about it now, but in the moment we talk about and do crazy shit all the time. These are just words, and these aren't like so I mean a lot of the stuff was just like actions, like I don't know.
Well, plus two, don't forget these are like rich entitled people who live in their own little bubble, so they probably think that the rules kind of they don't apply to them. This guy owns his own studio. He's a producer director. He has probably a ton of staff that kiss his ass on a daily basis. So I can if you look at it in the context, I can sort of see that.
She probably wasn't even offended by half the stuff until after the fact. Who knows?
like a delayed reaction? Like, oh,
I don't know. I mean, who knows?
No, it could be a bit. I mean, here's what I have to guess. Based on everything when the Harvey Weinstein stuff and all that shit that happened, there's obviously you had to take it without a bad pun, but you just had to bend over and take it. That's just the way life was, right? And so once and you kind of forgot about it now. So once a guy like that who's got a little power now, and I'm not saying he did any of this, but it's easy for him to be like, okay, I'll just do this until this is working, and then it just builds up. It's just like stealing from your boss, right? Stealing from work. You steal $1, everything's cool. $10, $100, $1,000, and it just builds. So I mean, maybe he was.
So he tried to he got up right to the line without trying to cross, is what you're saying.
Well, obviously he went a little too far. No, then all he had to do at that point, if it just stayed in there, and again, the leak is the big thing. He could have just went, you know what? I appreciate this. My bad. I'm not going to do any of this stuff. But once it leaks, he's got to fight back. So him and his PR guy are sending texts to each other.
There's a
crisis, like, we're going to bury this.
It's a crisis. I guess they
a crisis team,
crisis PR firm, which is I guess they like I think Johnny Depp or Amber Heard hired the same type of firm. For obviously tens of thousands of dollars. I'm sure that kind of gets in front of the issue and makes the other side look bad. Yeah. So it's just a lot. So it's basically just a catfight between two rich, entitled people that. I'm enjoying it. Don't get me wrong. I don't really care who wins or loses. I like watching a good dumpster fire as much as anybody else.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think I'd mess with Blake Lively just for the simple fact that I wouldn't want to mess with Ryan Reynolds because he can't die. I've seen his movies.
I like what his neighbor said. He's kind of like a dick in real life. Who
said that?
I think he's got an elderly neighbor who's like a famous woman too, and she goes and I think she said something like he's not really funny and like he's funny like when he was in Deadpool, but he's not really funny in real life. Which I
Wasn't
can
that
see.
Martha Stewart?
Yeah, maybe it's Martha. Everything's Martha Stewart, right?
But what all she said was he's not funny in real life. Like she talked to him twice, and he was. I mean, here, let's say you're talking about a cat or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, my cat's sick. Well, that's not very funny. This guy sucks. Yeah. I mean, it's you got to take it with a grain of salt. Yeah. And I don't know, is Martha Stewart even funny? Is she a good judge?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he's walking around in a Deadpool.
82-year-old woman.
Yeah. What's funny?
Who's funny? What's funny to her?
Yeah. I heard it all.
Yeah.
I heard it all. Why don't you bake something for me, you little fuck?
Pall Mall cigarettes and a Rob Roy.
You think she's a Pall Mall cigarette kind of person?
Well, Pall Malls and Camel.
She picked up the habit in prison.
Oh God!
She didn't smoke till she went to the shit house.
Yeah, that's funny. She got convicted of insider trading for trading 6,000 shares of a biotech stock on the inside.
I don't think she actually got busted for insider trading. I think it was something else. I don't. Cheryl was watching the documentary. I don't give a shit.
It was a real selective prosecution against her for a relatively small amount, considering what her net worth was.
For absolutely nothing. For absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get this thing rolling a little bit. This is the Real Three Idiots podcast with Mark, Ted, and Fuck Around Matt. Yeah, that's what you called me on the last show. Yeah. You said that might be my new nickname. Remember that?
Yeah.
That's that first 10 seconds.
It's stuck.
Fuck Around Matt. So that's, I'm going to get a T-shirt made. Yeah, wear that to school or something. I don't know. If you enjoy the episode, if you learned something today, please consider following the show. Subscribe to your favorite podcast platform or leave a 5-star review. This helps the podcast more than I can say. This helps us reach out more and more people and would mean the world to us. And, I want to do a shout-out to all the New Year's resolutioners. So these are people who are going to start something, and 97% are going to quit, right? Whatever it is.
2 weeks from now is Quitters Friday, right?
Yeah.
I heard about that. Yeah, there's an actual official Quitters Day.
Yeah.
Quitters Day, that's what it is,
yeah. As you get involved, for all the New Year's resolutioners, as you get involved in new things, go to new places, make yourself better for a few weeks before you quit. Be respectful of all of us that have been doing these things that you will only do for a couple of days. We don't want to be your coach, okay? We don't want you to get in our way. We don't want you to tell us how to do what we are doing because you are not an expert. Keep quiet, keep out of the way, be an expert somewhere else, follow the rules. Thank you for paying your fees for whatever thing you are going to do, and then quit.
It's funny. I just saw like 2 commercials for Planet Fitness the other day, so I'm sure that's not coincidental. Where it's like they're talking people up and
I told Jack. I said that's what you have to like. October to February has to be your absolute hardcore pitch, right? Because then you get the people, especially like Planet Fitness. Yeah. They give you access to their bank their bank account, right? And it's just $10 a month, $20 a month. I don't know, whatever it is.
15 now, actually.
15.
Yeah.
And then they take it out. and then you go a couple times.
Yeah.
And then maybe you go once or twice.
Right, you do the
month.
auto pay thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you just forget.
Yeah.
You just forget to cancel.
Yeah.
Right? And then they have your money.
Yeah.
And that makes gyms cheaper for us.
Yeah.
Because I was at the gym today, in my gym, and
Nice.
there was a brand new guy.
Yeah.
And he got on the little cable machine. There's only one of them. And he stayed there
Cable machine.
for 45 minutes. That's all he did.
Cable
That's all he did.
What's a cable machine?
Yeah, that's
Like, is it like this?
it's.
Is he chopping?
See, and this is why you don't.
I can picture just.
Well, it's.
What are you laughing at? Someone that goes to the gym and just deadlifts.
No, I'm just saying it's funny because like it's just like odd. It's like an odd beginner's exercise. It's like a cable machine. It's just such an awkward.
Well, I don't know if he's never worked out before, but this is the first time I've ever seen him at my gym.
Did he look like he was relatively in shape, or?
No, he was wearing. I would call them street pants, like not dress pants, but not workout clothes.
Yeah.
He wasn't wearing anything that was workout-y.
Okay.
And so he's just on this for like a half hour.
Okay.
No, about 45 minutes. About 40.
All right.
And finally, I do everything before I leave, and I'm almost like, "Hey, man, are you done?" And he goes, "Well, I got a few more left." I'm like, "Well, here's what I got to do." I go, "I got to leave in 10 minutes." So I go, "I'm just going to jump in and we'll switch off." And he goes, "I guess."
He short-circuited on that one?
He goes, "I guess." He goes, "Switch off what?"
We're going to switch underwear.
So I just did.
What do you think we're talking about?
So one of the old guys was there, and he goes, he goes, "Just do your stuff." He goes, "You stand over there and let him finish." And
Wow.
he goes, "Matt, go ahead and do your thing." He goes, "He can wait."
Yeah.
He can wait. He's been there all day long.
Good. I'm glad you got called out.
It's like, yeah. But so as you're doing your new stuff, plan accordingly. Okay, you're not an expert, and just kind of do your thing.
Well, it's like just don't be a
But
dick
don't get
about
in my
it.
fucking
Yeah,
way.
just don't be a dick. I mean, you're obviously not on the apparatus, whatever the apparatus is. You're not there like constantly, right? Whatever reps or sets you're doing, you're going to take a break, and then while you're taking that break,
he
someone
didn't.
else can do it.
He didn't.
Oh, he
The
didn't.
only break he had was to
hovered.
stand in front of the machine.
You
with his
can't
phone.
commandeer fucking
A lot of he was a lot of hovering. A lot of hovering going on.
I would have done it nicer but I needed to get out. It was like I said, it was the last thing I was doing, and so it was nice when the old guy was just like, "You stand over there, Matt, go finish." I was like, "Okay, yeah." He's old.
Sounds like a Vietnam vet.
Yeah. I'm like this. If he's saying it, it's got to be real. It's got to be real. All right, Teddy, we got to do your tip.
Yeah.
First tip of the new year.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
I'm ill prepared, but I'm going to do the best I can.
You're ill prepared.
Yes.
You haven't been ill prepared since last year.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Several days ago.
Oh God!
You're never prepared for the tip.
Ted?
Why did he make
You haven't done a good tip all year. I can
made
tell you
it-
that right now.
I'm going to do the best I can with what I have.
Which is absolute horseshit.
Daryl?
Okay. Mark, do you want to do poem first or sponsor first?
Do poem first.
Go for it.
Ted led the people astray. It's a new year. Rejoice and be gay. Teddy's going to tip. So won't you please stay a while? You know they listen from here to the Nile or the Nook or the Howard Street Inn. How long's it been since we heard a tip from our friend? Not long enough. Well, tough. Enough of my bit. Here's another Teddy tip. Teddy tip.
Booyah.
Ooh, nice.
That was smooth.
It is. It's getting. I tell you, people love it.
Yeah.
They really love it. All right. Let's see. Oh, you're sponsored. Here you go. Okay. Do you love cheese? Are you tired of aged cheese and want something a little more fresh? Try Matt Gates underaged cheese. This cheese is young, really young. Sure, you're going to pay a little bit more, but it's worth it. Matt Gates underaged cheese comes to you in a plain brown wrapper and is completely untraceable. If you're looking for some cheese on the side, try Matt Gates underaged cheese and don't tell your friends about it. That's, you know what? I like that he doesn't have a job right now, I don't think.
Oh, yeah, because it's funny. He resigned from Congress because he was nominated for the AG, and then he dropped out the AG because of the, obviously the ethics investigation into him.
We might mention that a little bit later.
And now he'll probably just be a Fox commentator, I'm guessing. So.
Well, because all the MAGA people are already saying that it's just the liberals.
It's a witch hunt.
The liberals planted all this. Yeah, that he didn't pay and have sex with several.
I'm sure
allegedly
he'll have a job soon enough. So.
Yeah. All right, Teddy, are you ready?
Yes.
For your tip.
Yeah.
Here we go. Ted, I need a tip. Every year at the end of January, my company has a retreat. I went the first year, and it was awful. It was very family-oriented, and I'm single. For the last 7 years, I've used the following excuses not to go. I was sick, death in the family, engagement, bad breakup, family emergency. I said I got a dog and couldn't find anyone to watch it. And last year, they thankfully left me off the trip. This year, instead of going to the same trip to a cold, snowy mountain resort where we hiked and sang songs and other horrible, boring crap, the company is taking everyone to Cancun. Ted, I need back in, and I need you to get me re-invited. Ted, do your magic. Daryl, 33, Kansas City, Missouri.
Interesting.
Ooh, he got hosed on that one.
Yeah, so here's a funny thing. I was actually thought it was, when I was reading the tip, I thought it was the opposite, where it's almost like a wage theft thing, where it's like I've heard of companies that kind of coerce their employees to go on these like off work hour retreats, or it's something where they're forced to do something off company time, but for the company, kind of like team building crap.
Yeah,
yes. Circle of trust shit, whatever you want to call it.
Circle of trust shit.
Exactly.
Yes, Ted.
But
I see that you would be very good at
but this is the opposite of that. He actually wants in. So here's the bottom line.
No, well, he wanted out.
He wanted
for
out
a long time.
but now he wants in.
But now it's someplace nice.
Yeah.
And he wants back in.
So here's the bottom line. He's still an employee of the company, right?
Right.
Okay, so I'm assuming he's entitled to all the rights and perks of all the other employees. So it sounds like for the last 7 years he said no, or for the last 6 years he said no, and then for the last year they just left him off. They didn't sound like they didn't ask him.
Complain.
He didn't complain. So this year, just simply say, I'm in. He's part of the. He has the same standing as every other employee there. So how can they hold that against them? So why would they? Just because
But you don't think that'll look bad? He literally.
Of course it'll look bad, and it should look bad.
Yeah. Okay. But there's optics, and then there's Cancun. so what's do you value your pride more than Cancun?
He has no pride. He's asking you to get him back in.
And it sounds like these people. And here's the bottom line.
He doesn't have any pride.
He's single. He just wants to go there, have fun. He wants to enjoy the open bar and the beaches. And it sounds like a lot of these employees are like going to be with their family. So at the end of
but hold on a second.
At the end of the day,
this seems like a bad gig. He's going to go there to Cancun
by himself,
drink and get fucked up.
Yeah,
it's still a company thing.
Yeah,
I think he's better off not going.
No, I agree. I was going to say if he does want to go, I would just say I'm just saying he has the right to go because he's an active employee of the company. So if the other employees are entitled to it, he's entitled to it too. But I do agree with you that he probably shouldn't go just because he already set the precedent of not going for the last several years. And like I said, if he goes there and he gets shit-faced drunk and hits on the wife of one of his coworkers, it's going to be a dumpster fire when he gets back. So yeah, it's one of those things where it sounds good in theory, but yeah, just take a pass, man. Take a pass on that one. So
you're saying don't? He's looking for you to get away.
Yeah, well,
get back in.
You know what, man? I would just take whatever. Hopefully your company gives you a small bonus. I would just maybe go to Vegas, go to somewhere warm, and do the same thing. But yeah, I would just say based on precedent and what could potentially happen in the optics, if you like your job and you're making good money, it's just not worth it. Okay, you're going to Cancun. What are you going to get there? Okay, you get a beach. And you get a cabana bar, or cabana, and you get a tiki bar, and you get to drink all the margaritas you want. You know what? You could do that right here, man. You do that right here. Just go to like Florida, go to California, go to Arizona, get hammered, drunk. Go back to your Comfort Inn or Best Western hotel room.
Can he say it someplace nicer?
What's wrong with the Best Western?
I mean,
or Red Roof Inn.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Best Western. Yeah. Best Western. Yeah. It's the best.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I would say Daryl, this just seems like there's no good way for you to get back in. Like I couldn't picture other than saying I'm an employee, I belong here, like you said.
Yeah. He could invoke that, but I like I said, I do agree with you.
Seems like such a
do agree with you.
mistake.
It's just I would just say there's nothing good's going to come of it because, like I said, because the bottom line is you want to go to Cancun and have a good time. How can you really have a good time when you're with all your coworkers? Because as soon as you slip up or get drunk or the first thing you do, they're going to see you got to see them the next day. It's not like going to a bar that you're never going to go to again and you get pissed drunk and you puke or something like that, or you do something inappropriate.
You're trying to talk him out of going now?
Yeah, well,
he's trying to ask you how he can get back in.
Yeah, I just think it's a bad idea.
Well, I told him that. I told him how to get back in. He doesn't have to because he's already in because he's an active employee of the company.
I don't think he's out.
He's an active employee of the company. He's entitled to the rights.
He said they didn't even
invite him.
They didn't even invite him last year.
But
every year he has a different excuse. It's not like
right. So maybe they just stopped. So after 6 years in a row, he gave an excuse for 6 years in a row. It sounds like, and they acquiesced.
The boss figured out.
They didn't make him go.
They're doing this intentionally.
They didn't make him go.
Yeah, they're like punishing him.
But here's the thing too. What if they're lying? What if they say they're just going to say it's Cancun? And let's just see if Daryl takes the bait. But we're really going back to the cold weather place again.
That would be great.
I think it's a trap. Daryl, I think it's a trap. I think there is no Cancun.
It's a trap.
Yeah. Why would they go to like Billings, Montana for the last 6-7 years and then go to Cancun out of nowhere?
There's a Cancun in Alaska.
Yeah.
They're going to Cancun, Alaska.
Oh, man. Yeah.
It's Canuck.
Yeah.
Alaska.
Yeah. You know what, Daryl?
Cancun,
Daryl,
we
sober
said
up.
Kodiak.
Yeah. Daryl, sober up, reread the email.
Yeah.
And see if it's even something that, you could completely wrong.
Could be a spoof email too, Yeah, I was to say. I think what happened is your coworkers got together behind your back and let's just say if we can get this weasel Daryl to agree to go on the trip, if we say it's in a warm weather environment, and then someone's going to win $1. It's going to be like the movie
Trading Places.
Mortimer, Randolph, $1.
Oh man, yeah, Daryl, don't listen to me.
Yeah,
listen to me. Everything about this,
it's a trap. It stinks.
Yeah,
It
everything
stinks.
about this stinks.
Yeah.
It's bad cess. Don't do it.
And sell orange juice futures.
Yeah, don't do it, Daryl. I feel like it's a terrible idea.
I got the crop report right here.
Just like a monkey suit.
Yeah.
Sir, you owe us you're short $80 million. Close all their accounts.
All right, so Teddy and I were bullshitting the other day because it kind of freaked me out. We all know the stuff that happened in New Orleans, right? With the guy who wanted to join ISIS. And
Well, he had the ISIS flag on the white pickup truck.
They got a flag?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Yeah, they got a flag, yeah.
Nice. Nice. I get there you go. That's another thing I want to see. I want to see a Trump flag. I want to see the ISIS flag so I know who's who. So that's perfect. But so this Teddy and I were talking about this, and it bugged me all night because we talked about it yesterday. We were watching football, but it bugged me. You know when these guys like they do a suicide thing and they blow everything up and they say they get 40 virgins.
Yeah.
Where do the virgins come from? What are the promises there? Because are they saying like virgin girls?
Why 40? Why not just round it up to 50?
Well, yeah, because homosexuality in their culture is.
But are they
death.
guaranteeing that? Like, where do the virgins come from? Like, if you're in heaven,
Allah.
okay, but where does he get them?
He makes them.
I feel like it's he can't just make people. Then why doesn't he just make a person, like invent a person and have them wear the vest? Doesn't make sense.
None of it makes sense. What are we trying to rationale?
Well, here's what I'm trying to do.
Rationalize.
I'm trying to help
suicide
people.
bombers' reasoning for.
Well, I'm trying to help them because I feel like there's some questions that you need to ask.
These are sick people.
But if they're promising you virgins, I think there's a lot of questions you need to ask before this. Like, and I don't want to be weird about it, but like a baby's a virgin. Like, are they going to screw you over when you get there? Are they just going to give you 40 babies? Because that's not what you were promised, right? I mean, there's just so many things going on here that I think if you just ask some better questions.
So you want like 40 chicks that are kind of like Kim Kardashian but haven't been pillaged like Kim Kardashian has over the years.
I believe Kim Kardashian is that when they say pillaged, I believe that they show Kim Kardashian.
Do you think she thinks of herself that way?
That she's kind of a skank?
Yeah. Do you think that? I don't know. I look at her and I go,
I think those people live in such a bubble. I think they just have no concept of any type
hold
of
on
reality.
a second. So she goes out and she bangs a lot of dudes.
A lot of dudes.
And then we call her a skank, but if a guy goes out and bangs a lot of chicks, it's P. Diddy. Well, it's dudes too. No, okay, so that's wrong. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, she seems pretty happy. She's super wealthy.
Good for her.
And she gets laid.
Yeah, well, I'm saying when you get all the money,
guessing.
listen, when you get all the money in the world, it doesn't even matter what you look like. Obviously, it helps if you're obviously more, I guess, collectively attractive to most people. But yeah, if you got all the money in the world, you can just do whatever you want, right?
They don't care. They don't care about anything. They don't care what people think about them. They don't. I mean,
yeah. In fact, we're helping them right now because I think she once said, as some other celebrities, there's no such thing as bad publicity. So as long as her name's being mentioned in some capacity, even if it's in the negative light, they love that shit. They don't care because, like I said,
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody who's ultra famous. But at some point, I mean, if everybody's saying such terrible things about you, I mean...
Here, I'll give you an example. So, like, a few years ago, LeBron James, and he was actually pretty honest about it. I guess he was being... he decided not to play for one team and he went to another team, and they were criticizing him, and I think at the end of the day, he just said something like, you know what, I got $100 million, and the people criticizing me are making $30,000 a year, so you do the math, so...
Money makes you happy.
Yeah.
That's what I always say.
Yeah, I think money is the answer to all
everything,
and just surround yourself with people who are going to make you even more happy.
I mean, that's what he said, right? And that's what she says too. Who cares? I got my money. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if she doesn't like what she's doing, she can just stop doing it. I mean, it's not like, I mean, that's just banging people. If you don't like who you're doing,
That's not the issue I have. I don't even have an issue with it. I don't give a fuck. But what I'm saying is they could have as much sex as they want. They could do whatever they want. But why do we have to hear about it and see it all the time? I don't understand. Why is it all over the place? Why is everybody doing it?
Well, now the new one. Now I don't know this woman. So this is the woman who was married to Jay Cutler, that Christian Calaveri. Yeah. For some reason, I keep seeing her
same thing now
on Yahoo, where it's like she's banging this guy, she banged this guy, she talked about doing this guy who slept with 5 other. I mean, I didn't read the stories, but I just keep seeing her name.
They have 3 kids.
Yeah, but
that see this.
She's just famous for like being married to Jay Cutler, who's the former Bears quarterback.
Well, now she's talking about like her sex buddy and how the sex was
but I'm
great.
saying, but for some reason, like we've never heard her. We heard her name like back in the day when she was married to Jay Cutler because we're in Chicago. But then like she disappeared, and all of a sudden she's like resurfaced where it's just her.
Wasn't she on a show? She was on
probably some reality show or something.
Yeah, some kind of Women of L.A. or something. Yeah.
But like I said, she's another one. If I saw her walking on the street, she's a nothing burger. I'd see her and I'd be like, she wouldn't even like register in my stream of consciousness. I mean, she's like okay looking, but like if I had to,
she's pretty hot.
If I had to stock an island with like my top 10 women, she wouldn't be in the top. She wouldn't be in the top 10. That's just me.
So
personally.
why would so you're gonna stock an island with top 10 women? Why would any of them go? So here you get a telegram
because
I imagine it's a telegram.
P Diddy's my consultant.
Ted's like, listen, I got kicked out of America. I got sent to this island. Oh, you're one of my 10. So pack your bags. Yeah, pack your bags. Yeah, lucky you.
No, and you
get to have sex with Ted. You and 9 other women take turns having sex with Ted.
You know what
I
say? And they say, why would I want to do that? I'd be like, because I have $500 million. I forgot to mention that part. I'm sorry. I have 500. You know what I have.
So that's what the telegram says. I just won the lottery.
Yeah,
you're one of the lucky 10.
Your boyfriend works at the yarn barn, and I have $500 million. So you do the math. So.
Ted, you know what I would have them do if you sent that telegram? I would send them a link.
Telegram, what is this, like the 1800s?
Yeah, I would send them a link to the show,
like
and right before they chose, I'd be like, listen, you could get Yard Barn Guy and be relatively happy for the rest of your life, or live with this. Yeah. But, I mean, and I would tell them, most of the time you will be drunk and high.
I'm bringing Yarn Barn. You know what? I'm bringing Yarn Barn Guy with me.
I knew you would. R.I.P.
He's gonna be
Mr. Diddy.
He's gonna be my personal Crown Royal filler upper. I'm like Jeeves. Can you? My name's not Jeeves. It is now.
You know who you are, Ted.
Fill this
up. You are the Kathy Lee Gifford of podcasting.
I don't know anything about her.
Wow.
Okay.
How does that work?
I don't know if that's good or bad.
That's exactly what Kathy Lee would do.
Wasn't she married to Frank Gifford, the football announcer who passed away? So
yeah. She was his nice young piece.
Well, not anymore, but so.
It's just it's just the way you like. You make a comment and you laugh at yourself and you laugh it off, and then you do something else.
Wait,
like I didn't know what we're talking about.
That was an epiphany. That was epiphany. You know what? I'm bringing in fact, I'm not bringing you. I'm not bringing the girl with. I'm bringing Yarn Barn Guy with me. Fuck you. You're out. Yarn Barn Guy, you're in. So there you go. See, I just win again.
Did you ever see the SNL skit with Kathy Lee Gifford?
Oh my God.
And she's got a thing of wine. She's drinking the wine. Hey, who cares?
You know what? Guess who just stole your boyfriend? I did. This guy. Because this kitten's got, this kitten's got claws, baby.
You just entertain yourself.
I love it.
Oh my!
I'm not going to say anything the rest of the show.
See? That's called thinking outside the box.
What the fuck? Okay, so that brings me to this. I just want to get a Christmas thing out of here real fast. Let's say you don't have kids and no family, but you want to ruin Christmas for as many kids as possible. How would you do it?
How would I ruin Christmas for
kids?
Have
no family, no kids of your own. How would you ruin Christmas for as many people, as many kids as possible?
I have an answer, but go ahead, Mark.
I'd have to think about this. I don't know. I don't have an answer off the top of my head.
Mark, thinking for you takes a long time, so I'll go ahead and answer for you. So.
Especially something I'm not good at, like ruining Christmas, but go ahead.
So what I would do, to answer your question, I had an epiphany. I'm a Karen. I'm at the airport, and I cause a serious disruption on the flight, and I cause the flight to be delayed. And then the people who would have families that are going to say Cancun or Disney World miss their flights because I was disruptive, because I wasn't happy with whatever minor inconvenience I had to deal with.
How are you ruining kids' Christmas?
Because there's families on the plane, with
oh yeah,
with
they
kids.
would be late and stuff.
Yeah, because they have an itinerary to go. Like they have to get a cruise. If they make a connecting flight, they make a cruise, and they can't do it because now the flight's been grounded because we have to remove this person from the plane, have them arrested by federal marshals. And So that's what I would do. Yeah.
All right. I mean, that's a little hardcore because you're gonna have some serious. I mean, there's gonna be some serious repercussions.
All right, I would kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Taunt the mall Santa.
Taunt the
just
my
like
God.
stand in the background and
heckle him.
Yeah, like heckle him, and he's not real. He's not going to give you shit. This and that.
Okay. Oh, okay. Wow. That's pretty intense. All right. So I've got one for you.
At least I didn't get arrested.
Right
at the airport.
Well, I got one where you're not going to get arrested. So if you really want to ruin Christmas for as many kids as possible, first, number one, become a priest.
Good point.
Number two, visit a school, and then get pissed and tell all the kids in your little group that Santa isn't real.
See, that's what I would do.
Okay. So this is what really happened. In the UK, Reverend Paul Chamberlain, he was doing a religious lesson with some young kids about the nativity scene. This is in Hampshire, England. Okay. And the kids were trying to wrap their head around Jesus and Santa, right? And they were just asking a ton of questions. Okay, and he was just having trouble kind of being able to combine those things for the kids.
He snapped.
Yeah,
he snapped.
So he was trying to take two imaginary. It'd be like a dragon
and a unicorn.
And why are they fighting?
And a elf in the enchanted forest.
Right. So he got a little flustered, and he dropped a truth bomb. And he said Santa isn't real. Their parents buy the gifts, and when they leave the snacks out for Santa, the kids. The parents eat them. And
yeah, wow.
And there's a little uproar. A little uproar from the screaming kids. Yeah, their parents, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and Reverend Paul Chamberlain not going back to that local school. He will not. He is not invited, they said.
He's been disinvited.
Yeah, he is not invited next year, and he will not be able to talk to the kids.
Great basketball player, though. Chamberlain.
It might be a different guy.
Oh.
And I'm not exactly sure they're related.
Was Wilt's brother? Wilt's brother.
Wilt did have a lot of sex, though, right? 50,000. Was he the one?
10,000, 50,000?
30,000 women?
10,000.
So that could be his kid.
10,000.
For all we know, that could be Wilt Chamberlain's kid.
10,000 allegedly.
10,000? That's it?
Yeah.
No, I thought it was more than that.
It was more than that.
Yeah. I honestly, I think it was 30,000 women.
Allegedly. So.
Alleged 20,000, something like that. Yeah, I have no idea. But yeah, so, I mean, that seemed like the best way to ruin Christmas if you're doing it. Yeah, definitely in a school. And definitely get a little pissed off.
Do you hear about the stories with what's the actor's name that played Batman in the 60s?
Adam
West.
Adam West, yeah. Okay.
Did you hear about the Adam West sex stories? I think there's a documentary coming out or something. There's a book out about it.
Yeah, I heard he was he's quite the
on set, just like women in and out of his dressing room.
Was he that?
He's a good-looking guy. Yeah, obviously he's well spoken.
It was insane.
Yeah.
I think things were a lot freer then.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah. I think people were just ready to do anything.
I just found out Adam West is my dad. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, because the 40s and 50s were pretty repressed.
But the actors and actresses they openly talked about it on the set. Like they'd all go to lunch and he was just having sex. They'd come back
you can eat whatever. Just have a sandwich. I did not know he was that kind of guy.
No, it was crazy.
Wow. That is pretty cool.
So it's weird. I'm on Reddit sometimes. So once in a while, like someone will post something where they'll show like a famous actress who's obviously very elderly, but back in like the 50s and 60s, like wearing a bikini. Other than Raquel Welch, of course, and they're pretty hot. It's like I got to admit, like wow, that's a good looking woman. I can't think of any specific names, but like actresses we know.
No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Like actors too.
Actors too,
like,
yeah.
I saw
guys.
Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
Holy crap, dude.
Yeah.
He was a hound?
Dude, the guy.
He's a good-looking guy.
He was in movies in the 50s and 60s.
Oh,
he was an actor when he was like, in his 20s. Dude, there's pictures of him with his shirt off.
Yeah.
He's like a GQ model.
He's real good.
Incredible.
So I didn't see Leslie Nielsen, but there's a lot of guys like you said who are elderly.
But we only know we know him as like these old guys that are in their 70s and 80s and actor.
We just think of them as like all these elderly guys,
and
but
the women too. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but like not like Raquel Welch, obviously the exception, who's always been like extremely attractive woman.
Dude, I don't even know if she's still alive, but I'll bet
she's still alive. She's still alive.
I saw a picture of her like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
She was hot 10 years
like
ago.
Sophia Loren back in the 1960s. Yeah,
she's still really hot.
Red hot.
Man.
Yeah. But I'm just
No,
saying.
but think of a woman like a
lesser
Betty,
known
like a Betty White.
Yeah, Betty White.
Think of like an old lady, right?
She was hot.
What about Betty Ford? Just say no to drugs. Oh, that's Nancy.
No,
Reagan.
I didn't like that. That doesn't make you hot. Yeah. I would say, yeah. She probably was hanging out with Bill Cosby, so she was trying to warn people. Say no to Bill's drugs. That's bad news. I think he's getting out of prison.
Is he still in prison? I thought he was already out.
Oh, is he out already?
He's been out.
Oh,
yeah.
like somebody that we grew up with was older when we were younger, like in the 80s, like Katharine Hepburn.
Katharine Hepburn. Yeah,
She was gorgeous.
Yeah.
But we know her as an elderly woman,
Yeah.
right?
I don't really watch.
I mean,
that
and there's some
movies.
lesser like Janet Leigh, who
Oh,
was
yeah.
in the
Oh, my
movie
God.
Psycho.
Yeah, yeah.
Back in the day, like I said, in the 50s and 60s, all these women who were obviously 40 years, 50 years later, but they were extremely. And some of these like lesser known actresses too. I was like, wow, these are really good looking women who could easily. I mean, I think they're better
looking women in movies. No way.
No, I'm just saying. I think
Way.
I think they're actually better looking than the women today. I'm trying to think of like an actress today that like even mildly piques my interest. It's just like who's
you
out
don't know anybody who's in a movie now.
No, but I'm saying
You
just
haven't
like
seen a
no, but
movie
just,
or
like, just seeing
TV?
an actress, just seeing an actress now who's like in her prime of her, like her
You're
physical
under
prime.
you're under the impression that Kristen Cavallari is not attractive.
I mean, she's like okay looking, like she's all right, but like she's not like my dream girl,
Well, she's not your top 10. She's not getting a telegram.
No, she's not getting a telegram.
She's not getting on Ted Island.
She's not getting a rose. She's not getting a bachelor rose. That's
She's
for sure.
not getting on Ted
Well,
Island.
Ted Island was a garbage vortex, wasn't it?
Ted Island is the island of garbage.
And plus, she's been plucked more times than the roses of Charlene. I've heard. So
Again, the weird double standard.
it is.
Wait, if she's had so much sex, she's probably good at it.
She might not be.
But she
might not be.
But she's got a lot of practice. She probably is.
Again, I'm not. I don't. That to me, that's not the problem. To me, is the problem that we have to hear about it. That's what's gross to me. It's not. I don't care if they
Yeah.
slept with
I don't care who's
1,000 guys or whatever. I don't want to hear.
I don't care who's stimulating her box. It's not important to me, But I'm saying,
Jesus
but it's like national news. I'm just saying, like for example, Morgan Whalen.
You know what?
Ted,
It's-
Ted is finishing my thoughts.
The country singer?
I'm just
Ted's.
I was
No, what would you call it? The repo? No, the
Echoes.
The echoes.
Echoes.
Ted's echoes.
Echoes of silence.
Echoes of Mark.
It's almost like our voices were one at one point. And you just continued saying
No,
what I was
we're
saying.
we're like a DNA strand. We're just intertwined like this.
Which is exactly what you just said. He's literally doing it right now. He not only did he do
crazy,
it when you
dude.
tried to describe it, he had to describe it better.
I'm saying,
And he's
that
doing finger things,
What doesn't,
weird finger
what
things.
grosses me out is not that they're having sex with 1,000 guys, but the fact that they're constantly talking about it. And as I was saying that, you were just
true.
fucking like running with.
It's true. It's true. It's like Mark went to pay,
rewind.
and you took his wallet out of his hand, and then you took his credit card out of his wallet, and then you paid.
Yeah.
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 It's awesome.
Look, I'm glad Kristen Calaveri's cookie is being serviced on a regular basis. That's
What
great. It's great news.
Is going on?
But how's that? But how's that helping us? That's my question. How's that helping us?
You know what? I think
It's not putting money in my bank
No,
account.
I'm 99% sure of this. I'm 99% sure of this. That a lot of this is people don't have lives, and they want to vicariously live through someone else's. Because
I don't.
When I see this, so I'm doing research for the show, which is what I call finding things and kind of and what I do is I always look through the comments. Okay, anytime I find a story. No matter where I find it, no matter how many times I look through the same story in different places, I always want to look at the comments because it's always the same thing, right? Like all the people in this Blake Lively thing, they're all. I believe Blake. I think she's. They just randomly they just know whatever crap was thrown out into the news cycle, and they just randomly say that they believe her, like she's more believable, and then they'll do it with any story. So if there's two people. Whatever the story is, they'll say, "Oh, I believe in Chuck. Chuck,
Oh,
Chuck
yeah,
Chuck's
yeah.
real." Yeah, Chuck. I'm like, what makes you think that Chuck is telling the real part of the story?
That is by definition the battle of public opinion, right? There's going to be a group on one side and a group on the other side, and it's just a battle. And at the end, nobody wins, right?
Well, I mean, what it sounds like.
I mean, a lot of times we don't even ever hear the truth.
But there's a certain
Correct.
there's a certain group of people who are just predisposed to believe whatever this person says, right? I mean, because they just like this person, and
We just elected the guy president, Ted.
Oh, I wasn't talking about him. So-
But that's what it is. Here, I give an example. You guys we all know about Matt Gaetz, right? He had his little report come out, right? and allegedly
ethics report,
and allegedly, because he says he couldn't back any of this, he couldn't defend himself. He was paying. Hold on now. Before it came out, hold on. Let me do this. Before it came out, this is what he said. He goes. He said before we got the report when they said they're going to release it. He said, "I just want to say a couple of things." He goes, "Yes, he sent money to women he dated." That's what he said. Okay. He seems like the kind of guy who would give money to women he dated. It's called prostitution. It seemed like it'd be hard for him to find a woman who would voluntarily have sex with him without getting paid. Okay. And then he added a little bit more to the story because he knows what's in the report. He knew it. He knew what they were going to say.
Well, he did it in the first person, so of course he knows.
Yeah, but he said he also added that
he's reading his autobiography.
Yeah, he said he also sent money to women he didn't date just because they asked him to. I want you to think about that. He said that he sent money to women he never dated, okay, and these happen to be, I'm assuming, the underage ones, just because they asked him for money.
Well, because maybe one day they would eventually come around.
Yeah,
to seeing things his way, perhaps.
But I mean, that's such a weird thing to say because we all know that no one in their right mind would just randomly give money to a person because they asked.
I disagree. Could be a tax deduction.
Whatever happened to his friend that went to jail? Like the one guy that.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I
have no idea yet.
Didn't the other guy that was with him go to jail and then he ran it on him and then nothing ever came of it?
I mean, that guy could be the one of the reasons that all this stuff came out. I don't know. Maybe they talked to him. But I thought he said that he sent the money to the women who asked for it. Just asked for it. No sex, no nothing.
Well,
just because he's a good guy.
Asking you shall receive.
Yeah, just because he's a good guy.
That's what Jesus said, right?
Yeah. So obviously there's some kind of money trail of him giving money to women. Okay. I'm guessing probably bunches of them.
So he's not covering it up.
Well, and there's pictures of videos of him at that high school party.
Yeah. And there's and there's all this stuff.
High school party.
And
was it high school?
Was it like 38?
Yeah, he did was it Mark Chimura? Am I bad mouthing the wrong Packers tight end?
No, he was a tight end who slept with his underage nanny or something.
Yeah, wasn't he had like a in the hot tub with some girls during a senior prom or something?
He got in trouble for
But I mean, so he knew what was going to come out, so he just wanted to let people know that he was just to be a nice guy.
Yeah, he got ahead of it.
He was sending money.
He got ahead of it. That's
to
all.
Women that asked him. So I'm thinking, I mean, how many people would just send money to women who just asked, just randomly?
They don't get drug tested in Congress, do they?
Allegedly not, based on the other things that are in the
report. They don't, but they should.
Yeah, well, come on, man.
Well, was he using his own funds or was he using the congressional budget funds?
It does. I think, Ted, if you pay underage girls for sex, it doesn't matter where the money comes from.
But you just said he sent money to allegedly girls who he wasn't having sex with.
Ted, he lied.
Okay.
Ted, he lied. He lied. Ted, that was his lie to cover giving underage girls money for sex. He just said he sent it to them just because they wanted money.
Look, Shakira said her hips don't lie. That's all I know. So I have no comment.
Oh, my God. Okay, so with all that, the report comes out, and we see all of it, right? And
how do you spell his name? Gaetz.
Gaetz.
TZ.
Okay, so it all comes out, and his first response is, right, because this is what happens, like when a child gets busted at school, right? What's the first thing he did when he got busted? What do you think?
Denied it?
Absolutely not. He ratted out everybody else. He said he's going to rat out everybody else. He says he wants all the ethics reports out, which I would love to see. Actually, if he somehow figures out a way to get all the hidden reports out, which is only fair, they released his, they should release them all. I will literally say nice things about Matt Gaetz for the rest of my life.
So here's the headline, like what you were saying. Here's the Miami Herald headline, because this happened in Florida.
Yes, of course it did.
Yeah.
Where else could it happen?
Here's the Miami Herald. Matt Gaetz is accused of paying for sex with a minor. Will he face charges in Florida? So he's accused of it. So they're mulling over whether or not they're going to charge him with anything, right?
Why wouldn't they?
I know. They have the evidence. They have witnesses. They have everything they need to charge him. That's what's driving me crazy.
Yeah, so
he should have been charged.
Solicitation
7 years ago.
So
right?
basically, it's no different than there's remember once in a while you read there's a sting operation where there's a minor, like the Chris Hansen thing. There's a sting operation. Some
Why don't you sit down? Why don't you have a seat?
Undercover cops pretending they're a 13, 14-year-old, could be 17, still underage. Some dude shows up, is about to do whatever, and they get him right there. It's the same concept, right?
They found substantial evidence
that
he regularly paid for sex from 2017 to 2020 for 4 years.
How much? Was it?
They have.
It was a tax write-off.
They have.
I almost said something.
They have a trail online. They have text messages. They have everything about.
Yeah.
They have everything. It's overwhelming. I mean, it's overwhelming the amount of evidence they have on him for 4 years.
And then when you read some of the comments, there's a core group of people that honestly believe that this is all made up by the liberal left
to get
Matt Gaetz.
It's a deep fake.
Like somebody gives enough of a shit about a piece of garbage like him to actually get all this evidence just to get him.
Yeah, I saw his wife. His wife's actually, I think he's married now. So his wife's actually a attractive woman.
Is she on the list, Ted? Is she one of the 10? Because I would assume at this point, everything that she knows, she is not going to be with him for very long.
Well, she's standing by her man. Like, what's that Tammy Wynette song? Stand by your man?
Yeah.
That's what she's doing right now.
I provided, here's what Matt said. Not you, Matt. The other Matt.
Okay, but I'm going to use the same excuses.
He said, I provided financial support to about a dozen women I dated over half a decade in my life in the 30s. I have dated over half a decade in my mid-30s.
Yeah. And he just gave him money. And some of them. And
so over the course of 5 years, he financially supported about a dozen women that he dated.
That's called prostitution.
Yeah.
We all know that. We all know.
Look, he supported a half dozen women or a dozen women with no expectations of anything in return. And if they wanted to show their gratitude at some later point, that was obviously optional. That's the way I'm reading it. What's the problem? I mean,
so they were so happy that he was just giving them money, being a good guy. That they just
he's been a great guy.
afterwards, then gave him the intercourse he so longingly needed.
Knowingly and voluntarily, who knows?
Completely voluntarily. Yeah.
I don't see the gun mark by their head. Do you? All right.
But here's what
Case closed.
Here's what I'm actually hoping for. Okay. Number one, I'm hoping that he gets a flesh-eating disease that rots his penis off. Okay. Because I think he's already reproduced, but we're just going to hope that he doesn't have any more offspring.
He has children?
Yeah, I think he has 2 kids. But I hope that somehow he figures out a way, because he got hosed, and they released his report, that he gets all of them released. Because there are ethics reports going back decades that we will never see.
He's only 38 years old. How much shit
Not
can
on him, on everybody else.
I see.
I think he's like 42 or 43.
Yeah, everybody else.
Yeah.
I want to see all of the reports from all the people.
Of course, they're not perfect people.
But his reputation in Congress is that nobody would ever leave him alone with anybody they know, like wives, children. Everybody in Congress, they stay the fuck away from that guy. He talked openly about drugs and doing drugs and underage women, openly about it. Like it was like
I would imagine everybody's got their disgusting little shitbag habit because they're all pieces of garbage, right? So they're all this like in this fantastic little thing. That's why I said it's perfect. Like he's the kind of guy. I feel like he's the kind of guy that immediately
just look at him
but he's the kind of guy that would absolutely, the first chance he got to save himself, would send everybody else down the river. Yeah, I honestly believe that. Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind. So I'm hoping that he does that, and we get to find out tons of things.
He's on Cameo now.
He's doing
cameos. Cameo.
So you can get like a birthday wish from a sexual predator.
Yeah.
So
I want Matt Gaetz on this show.
Yeah, I would love to have him on the show. I would love to, except
to have him explain himself.
That he's too good. He's going to beat you again. He's just going to deny. You're not going to slip him up. You're not going to get him to say something.
It's not my intention to. I just want to hear what he has to say. I'm not going to ask any follow-up questions.
He's just going to deny.
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to say the same thing he said.
And then I'm going to say, denial.
I just out of the goodness of my heart, gave random underage girls money because they asked.
And then I'm going to say, I understand.
I just doodled all over my
I understand.
movie mention page, by the way. I don't even know what the hell I did.
And denial, isn't just a river in Egypt, as you probably know.
I don't know.
Or is it?
How many people can you have sex with in the Nile? Yeah, that's
Let's
really
ask Cleopatra.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the one thing on Matt Gates' idea. It's one thing on his mind that's he really wants to think about.
So is there a movie mentioned in our future? Because Mark sounds like he's chomping at the bit.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
I lost it.
Scribbled
It's
over it.
over.
Never mind. Okay.
Oh my God,
Ted just bored himself.
oh
You say I waterboarded myself? Is that what you
oh my God. Okay.
He's going to make me break my New Year's resolution already.
What is that?
Oh no, you don't make New Year's resolutions, do you?
It was not to beat up Ted on the show.
It's okay.
I already broke it.
Hey, you know what? Pain's just weakness leaving the body.
I want you.
Do it.
Okay, I want you to break that.
I have a set of steak knives and a bear's handle here.
You could listen. You could easily stab him. Yeah, we exchanged gifts before the show. Yeah, and Mark got two of the coolest gifts ever from Teddy.
Those are really cool.
He made AI generated
That is pretty cool.
books
Yeah.
about each of us.
I didn't even know that existed.
They're more like
I'm stunned.
Yeah, they're books that were written by you guys.
So, Mark,
with the help of AI.
Actually,
Yeah.
my real Christmas gift to you, Mark, is I'm going to give you 30 minutes of exclusive time with me about putting, whatever you want to know. You have my undivided attention, Mark.
How long do you think that would last, Matt?
5 seconds.
I would give him my undivided attention, and I would just say, okay, Ted, you got my 30 minutes. How long do you think Ted would actually give me?
I
I'm going to
think
give you 30 minutes.
I think he would give you about 6. To him, it would seem like 30 minutes, but you'd be about
It's
6
like
minutes
dog years.
of just random insanity.
And then he would say, work on that for a while, and then he would go up to the bar.
Yeah, and then he wouldn't do any of the things he told you. Yeah, that would be the beauty of it. Like he would probably have some really good tips.
Well, it's for him, but not for
then he
me.
wouldn't do it.
I'm not going to use it. It's for
Yeah.
him.
So I told Teddy the other day. I said, Teddy, it's a nice day out. I said, why don't we go to the range? He goes, okay. I only have right-handed clubs in my car. Well, Teddy's a lefty, and I was just like, why? I didn't even ask, but I didn't go. I was like, what? But I always am interested in knowing that why Ted, who's a lefty, would have right-handed clubs and practice right-handed.
So real quick, a quick bowling story for you. So I figured out this is an epiphany, guys. This is an epiphany. So I bowled a tournament this weekend. I did really bad, and here's what I figured out: the balls that are custom drilled for me, I can't throw them. You know what actually fits me? I picked up a house ball off the rack that was right-handed. That was way bigger than my fingers.
How much did it weigh?
Probably 16 pounds, 15, 16 pounds. But I threw it great. I didn't worry about sticking
So
in the
you
ball.
won the tournament?
No, I didn't win the tournament. I bowled bad. But the point was, I had no fear about throwing the ball. I'm like, you know what? All my equipment, I'm trashing it, or I'm going to re-drill everything with like super big finger holes because I can't go through this anymore. I can't deal with this anymore.
So
I figured it out.
I
figured it out.
I had my we bowl on Christmas Eve every year, and I bowled the highest I've ever bowled.
What'd you shoot?
I shot a 190.
That's awesome, man. That's a great score.
Nice.
That's a great score.
Actually,
Bravo.
and you know what? I shit the bed at the end because I started off. I had a strike, spare, strike, spare, strike, and then like spare, spare, strike, and then my first missed frame was the 8th frame.
Okay.
And then I had a strike in the 9th frame,
nice.
and then I did not pick up my spare in the 10th frame.
That's still a solid score.
Yeah, I mean, I had an
solid score.
opportunity to break
Yeah.
200 easily when I was,
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
But I used a house ball because we were in Minnesota, so I used a house ball, and I did something I never do. I always use a 15 or 16-pound ball, 11-pound ball.
Okay.
11.
A lot more speed. Get a lot more speed.
No,
naturally,
actually,
yeah.
I wasn't throwing. I was throwing at the same speed I usually do.
Yeah, man, it's pretty hard to knock down
An
that many pins.
11-pound
I mean, 'cause
ball?
11 pound.
I think I keep
Because that's going to deflect off the pins.
I keep
mean,
questioning myself that
maybe 12 or 13. I mean, because
No,
11's pretty
I
light.
swear to God, I think it was 11.
11's pretty light.
It's very light.
Yeah.
I think it goes down to 10 pounds, right?
Did the other kids make fun of you for?
It couldn't have been 11 pounds.
No, because you know what? I think the finger holes would be too small in a house ball. I think it had to be at least a 12 or 13
I
pounder.
think it was 13.
Probably 13. Makes sense. Yeah.
I think it was 13.
Yeah. So that's still pretty good, though. I mean, because that's pretty tough to do. So actually, that's better than the score whatever I bowled this weekend. I didn't shoot one. I think I shot 180 was my top game, but like I said, I figured something out. I'm happy to go. Me and Matt went bowling the other day, actually.
Yeah, but you bowl with the spin and everything. I just go roll
but Teddy,
right down
hold
the
on,
middle.
hold on.
I sucked.
I will.
Suck.
Let me just say this: Ted doesn't have any new bowling balls. It's just like golf. He has old shitty balls that he finds and he steals.
He tries to give them to me and re-drill them.
Yeah, he steals balls from a bowling alley, puts them in his bag, and he takes home old shitty balls, and then he goes, this ball is a high-quality ball. And I said, when? He goes, 1996. So it's got all that in there. And I told him, I said, why don't you just buy a brand new bowling ball? Have it drilled exactly the way you want it, and then throw that ball all the time instead of constantly getting. And he goes, you know what? That's a good idea. But he's not going to do it. He'll never do it in a million years.
I still have to get my Bears bowling ball drilled.
Ooh, you got a Bears ball?
Yeah.
I want that ball.
All right.
Wait, how old is it? Is it 12 years old?
No.
Then don't give it to him. He doesn't want it. But in 12 years from today,
but you did
when you're
tell me
done
it
with
was one of those cheap balls, though.
Yeah. Well, actually, some of those balls, like those sports team themed balls, they're like a plastic ball. It's like
an
a spare
acrylic,
ball.
right?
Yeah, it's like a plastic ball.
Yeah.
But those are actually pretty expensive. Like if you get like a Miami Dolphins or like a Ravens.
Yeah, but it's not a good ball for people who are in bowling tournaments like
no,
you.
but it's a good spare ball. But the point is,
It's
actually
not a
could be
good
used,
ball?
No, it is a good ball.
I just don't think it's
actually like it's actually a $200, $300 ball. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't hook as much.
No, mine was it was 70. Like
no, but I'm saying
$99.
If you buy like a sports team ball, like on eBay, even like used. You can spend up to $200 on those balls. They're pretty valuable, even though they are spare balls, like you said. They don't hook as much, but on a dry lane condition, they could actually hook a lot.
I think if you're in a bowling tournament and you're trying to win actual money, you want a good quality ball that spins and stuff. Ted,
why can't you just roll right down the middle like I do?
Because you don't create the angle to knock down as many pins as you can. That's why.
No angels.
Because if you don't have enough hook, and if it just goes straight, you're just never going to get the action on the pins. That's why.
So there's a lot going on here. Okay, so it's the Matt Getz effect.
We're talking.
You have no hookers. You need hookers.
Why does it come back to Matt Getz?
Well, you need hookers. You can't. It can't be straight. Yeah, it can't. Here, it can't be P Diddy. Okay. Oh, he's not straight, and it's got to have Matt Gates in it. It's got to have a little hooker to it. Got to have just a little bit of hooker to it.
Well, it wasn't hookers. You were just like, it was just basically it was a financial arrangement, is what it was.
Are you?
It was a what do you call it?
Paying for sex, Ted. It's called paying for sex. I don't. Ted. We you know what? I can take a shit.
Yeah.
In the middle of my yard.
It was transactional. It was transactional. That was what I was looking for. It was just transactional. That could mean anything.
So there's no such thing as sex trafficking. It's
just transactional. Yeah.
It's transactional.
Transactional.
Jesus Christ. You are out of your mind. All right, before we get to Mark's movie mention, I want to ask you guys a question. Have you ever heard of something called a binary trigger for a gun?
No.
Okay, so
yeah, it sounds familiar.
Okay, so this is really scary. I did not know this. It's a trigger you put on a semi-automatic weapon to basically make it almost like a full automatic weapon. When you pull the trigger, it shoots a bullet. When you let go of the trigger, it shoots another bullet. So you get 2 bullets every time you pull the trigger because you get there and back.
So you can kill twice as many people.
Exactly.
Cool. Wow.
Exactly.
That's great.
Exactly.
It's a great invention.
And the only reason I found out about this is because I was looking at some gun laws. You know, all the new laws start, right? We did this last year. All the laws.
Doesn't seem like these laws are doing any good, by the way. Yeah. So none of these laws seem to matter at all. So.
But the people in New Hampshire wanted to have a law that just allowed employers, and I don't even think that this is even useful because it seems kind of dumb. It's not going to help anybody. But employers could tell employees that they can't bring guns to work and leave them in the car. Can't even bring a gun to work. Okay, and they wanted a law that just said you can't bring a gun to work, which I don't think would stop somebody who really wanted to bring a gun to work, but maybe you could get rid of somebody if you knew they had it, and you just don't want that kind of thing going on, right? Because we all know, the closer you are to a gun, the more likely you are to be able to do something, right? So unfortunately, the legislature in New Hampshire decided that was a bad idea. They said people should be able to bring guns and leave them in their cars when they go to work.
So when the car gets broken into and some bad guy steals the gun and goes on a crime spree with it.
So the funny thing is it
that
took me
sense.
forever to even think about that. I was just thinking, why? Why does somebody need to bring a gun to work? If I just work in the mailroom somewhere, or if I'm wherever, if I'm working in an insurance company, do I need a gun in my car?
Well, it's for road rage purposes. It's just when someone cuts you off, then you could really show that other
more likely to
SOB. You can show that other SOB who's really the king of the road.
Well, what if they have a gun?
Your gun's bigger.
All right. So I thought that was really weird, and then the people in New Hampshire wanted something else too. They wanted.
Is New Hampshire even a state?
It is. It is. It's a weird little state, but they wanted to set up something where if you have mental health problems, that you can't buy a gun.
Yeah, how's that working out so far?
So that did not get through either. So in New Hampshire, you can take your gun to work, leave it in your car, and even if you have mental health issues, you can still buy a gun that same day when you walk in there.
Aren't there like 3 people in New Hampshire? It's like the tiniest. It's like there's Rhode Island, there's New Hampshire. It's like Mount Pilar, the capital of New Hampshire.
Is it Mount Pelier? No, isn't that Virginia or something?
No,
I don't know.
Mark, what's the capital of New Hampshire? Mount Pilar. Mount
Pilot.
Yeah.
No, Oh, that's from Andy Griffith. No, Montpelier is like it's not.
It is New Hampshire. You want to bet?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the capital of New Hampshire? I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but I think it's
Montpelier. I know.
Montpelier.
Yeah, it's
New Hampshire.
I know it's not.
You said no.
No, it's not. Montpelier is not the
Concord.
Yeah.
Concord. Oh, you're right. Okay.
Yeah, because Montpelier is where Jefferson was from, so that's the whatever state he lived in. I think it's Virginia. Yeah, I'm almost sure.
You're thinking of Monticello.
That
was the name of his estate in Virginia.
Oh,
I was wrong. Yeah,
okay, but I got it right.
You got it right. Yes.
Damn it! Yes, that does not happen that often. Yeah, but I knew you were wrong.
Wait, there's like 5 people in New Hampshire. So
Montpelier is the capital of Vermont.
Vermont.
See, Virginia, Vermont.
It's the same thing.
It's basically the exact same thing.
New Hampshire and Vermont are like this. They're like.
Well, I went Virginia. At least it was a V. Yeah. Okay. I just wonder. When I see again, it's all these things that I would never look at because I'm doing stuff for the show. But I just think and I know it's all the NRA. I know it's the pressure that the NRA exerts. But is there nothing that would stop anybody from buying a gun? Like, I don't know. Is there any kind of thing that you can do that would stop you from buying a gun, like prohibit you from buying a gun?
Look, here's the bottom line. I mean, I don't know what the answer is, but all the recent mass shootings, when they dissected after the fact, the gun more often than not has been purchased legally. You know, that's the bottom line. It's not like a ghost gun like with the Luigi, you know, whatever that kid's name is, who shot the CEO, the healthcare CEO, where it's a ghost gun, he printed it, whatever. Most of these guns in these mass shootings are purchased legally, or the parents have it and the kid takes it. So, you know, the stuff we're talking about is not applicable.
So could it be a little bit harder? I'm saying it could be a little bit harder to buy a gun legally, just a little bit.
Yeah,
it should.
So if you're a mental defective,
yeah,
you just it's just like, listen, I understand you want to have a gun.
You got straw purchasers,
but you hear voices, and when's the last
are
time any voices were good?
Yeah, I was going to say, how come the voices can't be good voices? Why are there always bad voices?
Right. Why do all the voices, it's like, go over there and make everybody a sandwich. It's like, yeah. And then fucking shoot them.
No, it's like, how come every schizophrenic, every voice like will tell them do something bad? How come there's like a voice that says, why don't you just give them roses and, you know.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
Why don't you go shovel someone's snow?
There's a lot of advertising on the radio right now, gun stores. There's a gun store in Illinois. They do a lot. They're doing a lot for some reason. I never heard it before, but and their thing is they always have this slogan about the straw buyer. Like, and remember, don't buy for the other guy. Like, why do you have to fucking say that?
But that reminds you, hey, man, if your buddy needs a gun and he can't get it, why don't you buy it for him?
But they're saying, yeah, remember, don't buy for the other guy.
Unless he really needs it.
So there's a couple of states. I know New York, and I think it's California, a couple others. When you buy a gun, there's going to be a gun store has to have posted in their gun store that guns. You ready for this? This has to be posted in every single new state of New York. I think it's New York, California, and somewhere else, and I don't remember which one. There has to be a sign saying that guns are dangerous and can cause harm. I think that's the whole thing. Guns are dangerous and can cause harm. So you're going in to buy. You're just like, all right, man, I need a 10 AR. Wait a minute, what? Guns? Oh, wait a minute. I did not know that. Is that actually true? Guns are dangerous? Yes, sir, it is. How many would you like? This 2 then. I don't want 3. 3 seems wrong for me.
I only have 2 hands.
yeah. This seems really wrong. Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to have an extra gun that maybe falls out of my pocket. And then the kid picks it up. Yeah, and I have to shoot that kid.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not really funny, but it is to me. Okay, Mark, you have a movie mention?
I do.
Okay, let's get to this. Mark's Movie Mentions is brought to you by the Tom Brady Acting School. Are you supremely talented in something, and people want you to be in their movies and commercials, but you have zero acting ability or experience, but want to make lots of money pretending to like things? The Tom Brady Acting School is perfect for you. Don't let ability get in the way of making money. Try the Tom Brady Acting School. Their motto is simple. Stand there say some stuff, and cash the check.
That advertiser never got back to you? The one I gave you, that lead I gave you?
Okay, I guess I have to ask, which one?
I gave you a lead, remember?
I don't.
Al's Flammable Pajamas?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I got it. It's right there.
Okay.
Yeah. No, we're going to do something. Oh, I didn't know. I wasn't sure where you're going with that. Yeah, no. I think we're going to do something in upcoming weeks. He'll be sponsoring. Yeah, I got a good feeling about this. A really good feeling. All right, what is your movie?
The movie I want to mention came out in 2019. We watched it during COVID, so it's kind of a newer film. For me, in my reviews anyway, or my mentions. It's called The King. The King. King.
Is that
King? Starring Timothy Chalamet.
I heard a lot about that guy. I heard he's like a real. I've never seen anything he's in, or if he is, I don't remember him at all. But supposedly I've heard a lot about this.
He's
guy
just doing
lately.
a Bob Dylan movie.
But he's pretty good, right? He's like a young. He looks like that
and
guy.
he's in Dune.
He looks like the guy Adam Driver, right? He's kind of got that darker hair.
No, he's much better looking. Adam Driver is.
I didn't say he's like. I said he's a better looking version of Adam Driver. There's like multiplicity. So
He doesn't look. No, he doesn't.
If
Look,
you
doesn't
made
look anything like Adam Driver.
If you made 3 copies of Adam Driver
and burned them all.
if you had made Timothy Chalamet, you'd have Adam Driver. Okay, got it.
No,
Okay.
there is nothing. Adam Driver is a terrible actor and an unattractive man. Timothy Chalamet is an attractive young man and is a very good actor.
Wow.
So he has nothing in common with Adam Driver. Nothing.
Okay.
So it's called The King. It's an epic historic drama. It's based on it's the story of Henry V and you know how he got into power after his dad died, and it's based off of William Shakespeare's books about Henry V. So it's really interesting. He's a young kid, and then he becomes king, and he ends up going to battle with France. I mean, it's not it's based on you know a non-fictional character. I mean, it's a real person.
Is there any time travel in this?
No,
I
not
have
at
an
all.
option to see it. Okay.
Yeah,
excellent.
Does his wife get beheaded like Henry VIII? Because she can produce a male heir.
He started. He
There
started
is a
the
couple
beheadings.
beheadings in the movie, though.
Oh, okay, good.
And
I
it's
was worried
actually
about that.
fucking one of the beheadings is it's the most realistic beheading I've ever seen in the film. And when it happens, I'm like, holy shit, they just killed that actor. I don't mind that's unbelievable.
Yeah, they cut his head off. He's dead.
It was unbelievable. I'm sure it's CGI, but I mean it was unbelievable.
Yeah. I don't want to have to explain this like I explained to Ted that movies aren't real.
Right, I know, but I thought the actor was dead.
The guillotine's real.
But he signed up for that role. So so Timothy Chalamet's in the movie.
Wait, hold on. I just got this offer. Oh my god, they're going to pay a mint.
I get beheaded.
Does this say I get beheaded? Am I getting head?
It sounds better than decapitated,
Yeah.
though. It sounds less less scary.
I would actually put in decapitated instead of beheaded because there's probably a lot of people that are just a little too dumb to know what that is.
I thought it said I get incapacitated.
Yeah. What are you going to tie me up or push me down? Yeah. Okay, I'm in. Yeah.
So it stars Timothy Chalamet, Joel Edgerton. You guys know him?
No. What's he in?
He was in The Thing, the movie I mentioned earlier. He starred in The Thing, the second thing.
Edgerton?
Yeah. He was also in. He's been in a bunch of movies. He's an English actor.
All right. What's his
got
name?
Joel Edgerton. He's got a beard in almost all the movies. Sean Harris is in it. Robert Pattinson's in it, and Ben Mendelsohn's in it too. But Timothy Chalamet and Joel Edgerton are the stars of the movie. Joel Edgerton actually co-wrote the movie too, or the screenplay, I should say. But it's just basically a story of him getting the power, all the politics behind him going to war against France, and then the specific battle in France. The name of the battle escapes me right now. It's
Does he actually fight?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's great. It's fucking awesome. So he's a king that goes into battle. I mean, leads his soldiers into battle, and he actually, So it's a really good story. It blew me away. I didn't know anything about the movie. It's an hour. It's like 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Oh, that's 4 days.
It's an hour and 20 minutes longer.
Yeah, that's 4 days. It's at least
attention
4
No,
days.
it is a drama, but the story and the acting is phenomenal in it. I really, really enjoyed this movie. I was blown away. I didn't know who he was when I saw this movie back in 2020. But it just everything about the movie surprised me because I didn't know much about Henry V. So that was a good thing. I like Shakespeare, but I never read any of his, any of this stuff.
Yeah, I'm
Henry
not into
V.
any of that stuff.
But I mean, I highly recommend it. The King came out in 2019. I watched it on Netflix for free, so it's free with a Netflix account. I'm telling you, it's a solid movie. Blew me away.
No, that sounds pretty cool. I don't know any kind of history like that.
So on a side note, I just read this recently. King Richard the Fourth or Fifth is the last king to actually die on the battlefield. He was like the only king to actually die on the battlefield, or the last king, like whatever battle they were fighting back in the 14th or 15th century. Probably some article on the internet somewhere.
So you just know that it's true.
Well, I mean, if it's on the internet, it's got to be true. Why wouldn't it be?
Oh my God!
They don't lie to us.
Well, King Henry definitely was a king that went in the battle.
Yeah, but he didn't die. He didn't die though. But King Richard something, the whatever numerical, Roman numeral, he was the last king to actually die on the battlefield.
King Richard the Lion-Hearted,
the Dead-Hearted. I don't know.
No, I mean I know.
I don't know.
I've heard all of these things growing up, and all the the millions of PBS things and all the movies. Because if you make a movie like that, it automatically gets nominated for an Academy Award.
Of course.
Yeah. I saw something the other day. They have a movie. It's coming out in the middle of January. It says it's already nominated. It's an Academy Award nominated.
Already?
It hasn't even come out.
Okay, so
It hasn't come out.
Well,
who gets to decide?
His Timothée Chalamet's Bob Dylan movie was nominated for Best Picture.
It hasn't come out yet.
2 weeks before it came out.
sounds like marketing.
So this is great. I mean,
Because the Academy gets to film months in advance, and they watch it, and they're the ones that nominate. We don't nominate. Doesn't matter what we think of a film. It's just
So it's just a bunch of like super rich,
It's the
snobby
voting,
people who think they're more important than they really are. That
the
decide
Academy decides who's going to win. Who's going to win?
they pick winners and losers.
Who gives out the awards that we vote for? Like, do we get to vote
That's
for
the
anything?
People's Choice Awards.
But no one's ever asked me.
called-
I've
it's
never
called-
got to vote on that either.
You could just go online. You could register, and you could be a voice.
It's called the Peasant Award. We give
Really?
we give you crumbs,
Yeah.
and we make you think you're more important than you really are, but you're really not. Congratulations.
Wait, is that true? People can vote?
The People's Choice Awards, yeah, but I don't know if it's like I'm not sure what it's what the categories are and stuff.
But I mean, they still pick. I mean, do they still pick movies?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, you can vote.
You can vote on that. Yeah, I mean the People's Choice Awards. I mean, yeah, but I'm not sure if there's rarely. I mean, how often does the Best Picture win? And it differs from anything else, right?
Yeah, it's all the same crap. I don't know.
I mean, if it wins the Oscar for Best Picture, it's probably nominated with the People's Choice Awards and all that stuff too, right?
Is the Oscar or the Academy Award more important? Or are they both kind of the same?
It's the same thing.
It's the same exact thing.
Okay.
The Oscar is what the award is called.
Yeah.
Oscar the Grouch?
The statue is called an Oscar.
You win an Oscar. Yep. Ted, you win an Oscar.
So wait, does the
The
Stanley Cup winner, did they win the championship?
No, they just get a cup. It's a Starbucks. Yeah, you get a free. Everybody on the team gets one Starbucks cup, and they trade it around, and you get to go to Starbucks the entire time you have it. Drink for free. Yeah. All right. A couple of things I want to get into before we get out of here. Missouri is proposing a new state law. Okay, and I don't think that they're thinking this through. Okay, in 2015. They had a law that prevented a person with a felony from becoming a candidate for a local or statewide election. So in Missouri, they decided in 2015 that if you were convicted of a felony, you could not be a candidate or have an office in a local or statewide election. Okay? Now, there's somebody who wants to undo that so that you can have a felony and hold office in Missouri.
Well, let's define felony because there's different degrees of felonies.
A felony is a felony.
No, a felony is not a felony. So there's a felony where you say murder your family, okay, and
that's
then
a felony.
And then you could have like say a DUI, which could be a felony. You could have
and that's a felony.
A financial crime that could be a felony.
Mark, you want to help?
Do you want a specific felony?
Yeah.
I just zip tied 8 people up and
so Ted,
killed them execution style. That's a felony.
That's a felony,
okay.
Right?
But some felonies are worse than other felonies.
But a felony is a felony.
Arson, murder, murder for hire.
But there's a certain level.
There's
a certain level of crime that is considered a felony.
Right.
And right now in Missouri, okay, if you are convicted of one, you cannot we cannot be hold a position in a local or statewide election.
All right, makes sense. Just like
Okay.
felons can't vote. Felons can't vote.
Some felon wants to run for office.
Nope. This is why they're doing it. Representative Michael Davis, who is a Missouri state representative, is doing this. And they said, hey, man, that seems crazy. Why did you want to do that? Do you really want a felon? And he said, you know right now that if Donald Trump ran for an election for statewide, something in the state of Missouri, he couldn't do it because he's a convicted felon.
But he can run for president.
But those aren't real felonies, man. Those aren't real felonies. That's just pretend felonies. Okay, so the guy walking around New York Street who's got 10 felonies, which is 25 less than Donald Trump, who's actually assaulted people, pushed people in front of subway trains, has been a bad act. Yeah,
felony.
Yeah, so
rape.
So that
felony.
Yeah, so that person.
Rape.
So that person has 10.
I noticed you said rape a lot of times. What's that line
Donald
from Blazing
Trump
Saddles?
yeah.
I like rape.
That person has 10 less felonies, or than Donald Trump.
It would be 20 less.
Right, but
10.
yeah, but
20 or less.
But the felonies he's been convicted of is just literally
felony,
rape.
felony.
That's not what he was convicted of. For the felony itself, I think it was just writing down that he didn't pay
felony.
Stormy Daniels this hush money. That's his felony conviction.
I'm
not saying he didn't do anything wrong, but honestly, it's a misdemeanor.
I believe one of the felony,
but it's a misdemeanor.
It's not a misdemeanor.
It is a misdemeanor.
It's literally not a misdemeanor. I believe he used campaign.
What are you going to rewrite the laws for and say what's a misdemeanor and what's a
because they elevated to a felony before political reasons. We all know that. I'm not saying he didn't do anything wrong. He did something wrong, but it's not worth 35 felonies. So let's just stop it.
So here's what I'm saying. That this guy is saying that he wants to change a law so that Donald Trump, in case when he's done being president,
it's not analogous. It's not analogous to what he's saying. Okay.
No, he literally called it the Donald J. Trump Election Qualification Act.
Okay.
That's this guy.
That's pretty funny.
It's exactly what he called it.
Yeah.
Because he said, ironically, that, do you know, the reason we're doing this is because, if Donald Trump tried to tried to hold office in Missouri, he couldn't.
Right.
Okay. Now, I know what they're doing, but I don't think they're thinking this through. Because they're so focused on one guy, Donald J. Trump, you realize that if they were to do this and change this law and allow convicted felons, that they could have rapists and murderers and arsonists.
Right, which are real felons.
Yeah. Ted, I got to tell you, if you go to Disney World, you're in Disney World. If you go to Disneyland, you've been to Disney. If you go to Euro Disney, you've been to Disney.
Well, obviously, all the child rapists work at Disney World and Disneyland, so we know that. I'm sorry.
What I'm saying is,
I agree with you.
A felony is a felony.
All right.
No matter what. I mean, if it wasn't a felony, then someone would have fixed it. He's got enough lawyers. Ted, this is bullshit. He's got enough fucking lawyers that he could have figured it out. He's got billions of dollars, according to him. He could have gotten it lowered, whatever. He didn't. So he's either. It just is. Okay,
a district attorney can indict a ham sandwich if they want to. They can elevate a misdemeanor to a felony for whatever reason they want. We all know logically and common sense wise.
They cannot.
Okay, here's an example. Gavin Newsom in California right now specifically said, I am not going to support the deportation of potential illegal immigrants. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to create my own little system here, like an underground railroad, so the federal government cannot come into California and deport illegal aliens per federal law, which is on the books. So Gavin Newsom, that he's a traitor. He should be convicted of. He should be arrested and removed from his position because he's specifically saying that I am not going to agree with the law that's on the books already by Congress.
Ted.
So he's a felon.
Ted. Well, first of all,
he should be a felon.
Ted, first of all, he hasn't been convicted yet, but
he's treasonous because he just said he just said he's not going to do it.
Ted,
so
okay,
yeah.
If he does that, then yeah. But then we can't say then that other people who are convicted of felonies aren't felons.
Well, there's different degrees.
When
you
say that word enough, it just sounds stupid.
Let me just say something.
There's different degrees of felony.
Ted, you didn't go to law school. I didn't go to law school. Neither did you.
Actually, I did.
And we've never read any. Oh, you did?
For one semester, I dropped out.
But I actually go to law school for one semester.
You have no idea what we're talking about when we say it shouldn't be a felon. This is fun. There are cases and cases of cases over the past 300 fucking years that have led to them label this type of crime a felony, this type of crime not a felony. There's different levels for various reasons.
Of course.
So for you to say that it shouldn't be a felony, and it was only a felony because it's for political purposes, that's probably not true. That there's probably case after case after case, many people that did what he did and were convicted of felonies. He's not the first person to do what he did and get convicted of a felony.
Ooh, now that I know for a fact is true.
It's 100%
other people
true.
have done
so
exactly
why should
what
he get
did.
special treatment just because there's a flip side to it. You're saying he was convicted is a convicted felon because he's Donald Trump, and I'm saying he's a convicted felon because he's just as normal. It should be. If this guy was convicted of felon for doing the same crime, so should he. He shouldn't get a special treatment. They're not giving him special treatment.
The statute they used to convict Donald Trump,
You don't know that.
under New
You're
York
not
law,
a lawyer.
under New York law,
Okay, so
is a misdemeanor.
Hold on, Teddy.
They elevate it to a felony.
Why did they elevate it to a felony?
Because it's Donald Trump. I hate to say it. They weaponize
So
the justice
they could
system.
do that. They don't. That's the reason why they did.
So
it.
hold on a second. So
There's
so wait a minute. So if
No,
I
there
get
is-
busted for a misdemeanor,
You can't just do it. You can't do
But they
what you
did-
just
they
said.
did- they did it.
Hold
No,
on,
they
Teddy,
didn't.
Teddy,
They
let
did
me
not.
let me get this straight.
They used.
If I'm in New York City
Yes.
and I get busted for a misdemeanor,
Yes.
at any point they can convict me of a felony.
Not necessarily. Depends on the statute. Depends on the statute. Let's remember this. Kathleen Hochuli, the governor of New York, went on national TV in New York and said, you know what, we're only, she didn't say it specifically, but basically she alluded to, we're only prosecuting Donald Trump only. The rest of you, we're talking about the, I'm talking about the New York
Here it
case.
is right here. Here it is. Falsifying business records in the first degree is a felony under New York state law. They didn't elevate it. It is what it is.
Okay.
New York state law, before Donald Trump was fucking born, on the books. If you falsify
True.
if you falsify business records in the first degree, it's a felony under New York state law.
Under New York
and
state
that's
law.
what he was charged with,
Understood.
and that's what he's convicted of. They didn't change the law because he was Donald Trump.
So let me ask you.
Other guys have
No,
gone.
hold on a second. Other
Other guys
that's
have,
that's a fact.
Okay.
Other guys have gone to prison for what he did.
I agree with that. So let me ask you a follow-up question. So if you had to invite somebody to your house for dinner with your family, there's a guy with 10 felony convictions, but he raped and murdered and kidnapped somebody.
Hold on.
And
Wait.
then Donald
Felon.
Trump has 35,
Felon.
and he's a felon, and Donald Trump has 35 felony convictions
Felon.
for falsifying business records. Who would you be more comfortable inviting to your house, inside your house?
This is
Well,
a trick
first of all,
question.
Donald Trump has raped people, so
Yeah.
I mean,
So this is
But
Teddy.
not for this conviction.
Teddy,
Actually, no. Donald Trump just sued CNN. Actually, he just won a judgment against, I think, NBC because George Stephanopoulos said he was a rapist.
yeah, and he was a sexual assaulter.
And he was just a sexual assaulter. So.
Yeah. You know
But
what?
they paid him.
You
They
know,
paid him.
You know what? You know what? That's like saying, okay, no, I get it.
I'm not a Trump guy. I'm just going logically. You know, I mean, 35 felony convictions for that seems a little excessive. Okay.
Okay, so
what
okay,
about
one.
what about one felony conviction? Okay, fine, give him one, but why 35? Why 35? That seems pretty excessive.
Here's where we're going.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about the law. I can't answer that question because I'm not an attorney.
Neither am I.
But there is a legal precedent
Sure.
for why.
Agree.
So just look it up.
Agree. So let's
Stop assuming that they did it because he is who he is, and maybe assume they did because they didn't want to give him any special treatment.
He got a lot of special treatment. He got a lot of special treatment. Think about all the millions of dollars that prosecution team and the state of New York spent prosecuting him for that.
Yeah, but
and
now
we both know
Ted, they've made it so that he can't run for office in Missouri.
he doesn't have to.
He doesn't, but he can't. So that's perfect. But you know what? I think after a while, I think you can nitpick and whatever.
I'm not saying he's a good guy. I'm not saying he hasn't done bad things. But I'm saying
the focus-
35 convictions for
the
something
focus
like
on
that
this
is ridiculous.
The focus on this I wanted to make
Sure.
is and see you get into that whole Donald Trump thing.
Yeah.
But I think
Let's get
that
off
people
that.
in
Let's get off
Missouri,
that.
I think the people in Missouri,
Yeah.
if they allow convicted felons to run for office,
They'd probably do a better job than the people who aren't convicted of anything. I'll be honest with you. Actually, remember that movie, 12 Good Men? If you want the best people to do something, get them from the brig, right? Get the 12 best guys from the brig. Just because you're convicted of something,
the
Dirty Dozen, right? You want the 12 best guys to do a good job for you. Get the guys who are convicted of something that's just bullshit, and they'll do a better job than the guys who don't have a clean record, right? Think
Ted.
about it logically. So,
Ted, have you lost your fucking mind?
yeah.
So the best person for a job is a criminal.
Not necessarily, but I'm saying like there's good people who've done bad things, not like terrible things. You know, we're not talking about like kidnapping,
Felony.
rape, and murder. You know,
Felony.
Yeah, we're not talking about like burying somebody alive in the middle of the forest. For a kidnapping ransom. We're not talking that.
So you talk about the good felonies.
I'm not talking about the Lindbergh
Ted
baby kidnapping.
He just watched Con Air.
I'm not talking about the Lindbergh baby kidnapping or some shit like that. Come on, Nicolas Cage. That's a good example. Con Air. Yeah, he was a felon.
Yeah, and he can't run for office in Missouri.
I was
He's a
rooting.
hero.
Were you rooting for him?
What?
Do you want Nicolas Cage to something happen to him in Con Air?
No, I wanted the whole plane to crash and they all died. Yeah, I just thought it would be so much simpler. Yeah, it seemed like a much shorter movie.
That would defeat the purpose. That was a good movie, by the way, Con Air. I'm surprised you didn't review that movie. That's a good one. Cyrus the Virus.
That was okay.
John Malkovich.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
He does good stuff.
Yeah.
I think. Wow, this is so weird. This is so weird.
I'm not a Trump guy. This is just common sense. This is common sense. I'm not saying he's a good guy. Yeah, he's done questionable stuff. He's probably done bad stuff.
He's above the law, basically.
No, yeah. Well,
and he's always has been.
So Senator Biden, obviously, right? He's got pardoned. He's got a 10-year pardon. So whatever he's done between 10 years ago and now, that's all gone.
What he did is nothing compared to some of the pardons that were handed out prior.
Actually, Joe Biden just pardoned 2 guys on death row.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
And these 2 guys, you know what they did? They purposely, over a 4-year period, I think they kidnapped and murdered, I think, 7 or 8 people. 7 or 8 people.
What did they pardon? They're not out of prison.
No,
they pardon them off of death row.
Federal death row. Yeah. So they have a life sentence.
Which they said actually probably saved the taxpayers
because
a few $1 million because they've been on death row for like 22 years.
Because honestly, if it's California, they're never going to get executed. So, honestly, I think only Missouri, Texas, Florida, and a few other states have active death row. But yeah, in California, if you're right, if you're on death row, you're never – the appeals process is 30, 40 years. Yeah, you're better off just – let them die in prison. It's probably more of a punishment to let them just die in prison.
Yeah, it costs us money.
Can't you just inject like an air bubble in them while they're sleeping, save the taxpayer some expense?
That's a felon, Ted. That's murder. That's a felon.
Well, not if you shut off the video cameras.
That's a felony. So, or we could just do a Jeffrey Epstein, just shut off the cameras and he mysteriously –
I just said that.
No, I'm saying he mysteriously kills himself.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, you don't have to do it. They're just going to kill themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah, young man, I'm going to turn off the cameras. You have 2 choices. What are they? Choice number 1. Choice number 1. You kill yourself.
Who was in charge?
What's number 2?
Who was in charge when that happened? Who was in charge when that happened? By the way,
who's the president of the United States?
And who handpicked the person that ran that prison? Are
you asking who is the president of the United States and who handpicked that person to run that?
I don't think the president handpicks the guy who's the warden.
He handpicks the attorney general, who handpicks the person that runs that fucking prison.
Right, but that's like 3 steps removed now. So
no, you pick people. You pick people for a reason, because you know them,
or no good reason.
You tell them. You tell Barr, hey, this guy. Is this guy a player?
So I believe we're talking about Donald J. Trump.
Yeah, well, they were all the president. They were all saying that
now we're micromanaging.
Well, people were saying that Hillary Clinton had something behind it because Bill was involved with Epstein. I'm like, wait a minute.
We're never really going to know the truth. The bottom line is, here's the funny thing, that Giselle Maxwell, who's his sidekick, she's still alive, and she probably knows as much as him. So if she went to rat somebody,
who was president?
Yeah, but the point is, if she wanted to rat somebody out, she would have done it by now, right? Because
she'll be dead soon, like in a couple days.
January 21st. No, you know what? That still just surprises me that they haven't figured out a way to get her to rat people out or just whack her. She knows all the secrets, and I can't believe somebody's not. I can't believe she hasn't
been a trial yet, right?
There's never going to be.
No, she's been convicted. She's been convicted.
Yeah.
She's got like 20 plus years. Yeah, she's gone.
But I can't believe that she hasn't been like, I don't want to be in prison, so I'm just going to rat everybody out.
Yeah, but the point is, like, they
made her an offer.
She's the same. She's the female Jeffrey Epstein.
I feel like if she decided she wanted to come clean and just started naming names.
Yeah, she's the female Jeffrey Epstein. So basically, she knows what he knows. Even if she doesn't know as much as he knows, she knows almost as much as he knows.
Well,
and if she wanted to rat him out,
she was his
right-hand gal.
I would say he had a lot of right-hand people. She's probably the left-hand. Yeah. It's just weird to me that
So maybe he did kill himself. Because if we're going by the same standard, then how come she's not dead?
Right. It doesn't make any
sense.
sense.
They'd have injected some Windex into her, right?
Yeah, it doesn't
Smothered her with a pillow, while she's sleeping.
Yeah, somebody would have shanked her. And
Yeah.
He did kill himself, but it's odd that somebody's on suicide watch and they're able to kill themselves.
Well, they took him.
What's the point of suicide watch?
You could be taken off. So he's on suicide watch. Then he was off suicide watch, and I guess for the 10 minutes he was off suicide watch. Then when he decided to shred his bed sheets and somehow managed to,
he was off suicide watch. Yeah. You think this 10 minutes will make a difference? Nah, go ahead, just do it. Yeah.
Hit the button.
Turn everything off. Turn the lights out.
Now, why the cameras? Now, why the video cameras were off? That's the question. Like, why were the cameras not operating 24/7?
Because they probably told him, listen, man, we're going to kill you or you can kill yourself. They probably gave him that option, right?
Well, think about it. It's like P. Diddy. You have $400 million. You could do anything you want, and now you're in a cell. You're probably never going to get out, and everything you know in your life is gone. I mean, think about the major depression that dude's facing right now. I mean, think about the level of stimuli that guy's used to,
Ted,
and now he's got nothing.
Ted, when he closes his eyes, he gets to dream about all the stuff he did. So
yeah,
there's still probably a little bit of happiness.
My prediction is, I mean, they're never going to let that guy go, right? They're never letting that guy go. I mean, he's going to get convicted of something.
Ted, you're really stepping out there. So he's a real felon.
Well, he's a dead man walking either way.
No, but he's a real felon. So if he has a felony, that felony really counts.
Well, you know what? I'd rather have Donald Trump's 35 felony convictions than P. Diddy's one felony conviction that he's
we're
about
probably
to
going
have.
to get convicted of a felony
If I had
because
to
we're over
trade it
90
off.
minutes now.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
way over.
Let's
Okay,
get out of here.
last thing before we go. Some Chicago high school students were doing an internship at the University of Illinois, and they made a major discovery. Are you ready for this? No. They found some cancer-fighting compounds in local goose poop.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I see it all on the golf course all the time. Actually, we just saw a bunch of
It's
it.
It's all over my push cart.
Yeah.
So
should eat it.
Yeah. So they actually they actually found this hooked up with a company and some scientists at the company, and this company looks into natural compounds and things that can help fight cancer, and so they have that, and they are working on it right now. Goose poop.
That's pretty cool.
I heard that causes cancer. That research.
No. You just, I think, now they didn't say exactly whether you eat it or wipe it on yourself, but yeah. So they found actual cancer-fighting compounds in local goose poop. I thought that was pretty fucking cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool because
there should be Nobel winning
and
prize.
It should be free. It should be free because there's goose shit everywhere, all over. Just go to every golf course, scoop it up.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, rub it on yourself, stick it in your nose. I don't know how it works.
That's why you're so healthy. That's why you're so healthy. You've stepped on so much of it lately.
Yeah, I don't know how it works, but yeah, and that's why I've never heard of a goose with cancer. Yeah, never, ever, ever. And then there's no dogs with cancer either because they eat the goose shit.
Yeah.
All right, Teddy. Last thought.
Happy New Year. Done.
Okay.
Maybe that's the first time I ever missed a shot in my life.
I miss them all. I haven't made one yet. So.
Yeah. Mark, last thought.
Yeah, trust the system, not Ted.
Wait, I thought you said trust the process.
Yeah,
the system.
Yeah, I would say
it works.
Yeah,
we're not perfect, but it's cool.
You know what? That's a good point.
Unless it's broken, because
we're still new. We're figuring it out, but so far,
so the system is broken.
It's getting better.
Well, I mean, the system it works the way it should, but unfortunately, people run the system, and some people in certain positions of power corrupt the system. So yeah, I agree with Mark. The system does work, but some people can pervert that system due to their own biases.
But mostly it's perverted by the government and rich people.
Yeah,
so it's hard to. I mean, how many rich people actually get convicted of anything ever?
Sure.
Ever.
Yeah. Or they'll get convicted, but of a lot lesser offense. Because, the bottom line is if you got unlimited money, of course,
So I'm assuming that if Donald Trump got convicted of 35 felonies, it was probably 105, and he got it knocked down.
Possibly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, it could be. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I'm saying is...
He'll just pardon himself.
All I'm saying right now, he cannot run for any office in the state of Missouri unless... they pass this, and then here's what I hope, and this is my last thought. Missouri, if you pass this new Donald J. Trump Election Qualification Act, I hope that you get elected nothing but rapists and murderers, which I would imagine Missouri is full of at this point, if that's what you're thinking about doing this. But yeah, I want you to get as many felons as you could possibly have elected to every single spot in the state and local government.
And they'll probably do a better job than the politicians are now, since Missouri is one of the poorest states in the nation.
What?
Next to Mississippi. Missouri is one of the poorest states in the nation.
Oh, then they could use a couple felons.
Exactly, yeah. They probably spice things up a little bit, think outside the box.
Spiced.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't even do it. Okay. Holy shit. I was just thinking of some of the ideas that a felon would have. Yeah. You know what? What if just on Wednesday afternoons, you could do just a little bit of murdering. Just a little bit of murdering.
Oh, I was going to say, how about just cut expenses so we can lower people's property taxes and invite like Amazon into the state so we can build up our economy and create more jobs. That's what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking about the crime stuff. So.
What, a felon isn't going to have a good business idea. A felon is going to figure out a way to make what they like doing easier.
Yep.
Like rape Thursday.
No, they'll come up with some good
kidnapping Wednesdays.
No, they'll come up with some good ideas. They just go to a strip bar later, just to blow off some steam. So
I I can't even. Oh my God! All right, listen. We hope everybody's going to make some awesome ass-kicking New Year's resolutions, and you're going to keep it past. What is it? Quitting Friday.
Yeah, quitting Friday. It's like in 2 weeks.
Yeah, yeah. If you do, we definitely support you. If you're a quitter, well, then you're just like everybody else, and you're cool. It's just you know what, you got something to talk about when you go to the bar. Speaking of that, we have to go to the bar, so we want to finish this thing up. We will see everybody next week, and we've got some really interesting things coming up. I'm not giving anything away. We've got some really cool stuff coming up, and everybody have fun, and we'll see you next time.